War doesn't just change history, it steals futures. In the bitter cold of World War II, four strangers cross paths on a desperate journey toward freedom, but not all will survive. Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys is a hauntingly beautiful story that reminds us of the resilience of the human spirit, even when the sea itself turns into a grave. If you love powerful historical fiction that grips your heart from the first chapter, this story is one you won't forget. Set during the final months of World War II, Salt to the Sea uncovers one of the least-known tragedies in history, the sinking of the Wilhelm Gustloff, a German ship carrying thousands of refugees fleeing the advancing Soviet army. Ruta Sepetys, known for her deeply emotional and historically rich storytelling, gives voice to those whose stories were forgotten, weaving together truth, pain, and hope in equal measure. The novel is told through the alternating perspectives of four young characters, each carrying their own secrets, scars, and dreams of escape. First, we meet Joana, a Lithuanian nurse who has fled her homeland, haunted by guilt and desperate to save others even when she can't save herself. She's compassionate, calm, and constantly putting others before herself, a light in the darkness. Then there's Florian, a Prussian art restorer on the run, carrying a mysterious secret tied to the Nazis' art theft program. He's clever, guarded, and wounded, both physically and emotionally, but his loyalty runs deep once earned. Emilia, a young Polish girl disguised as a woman, travels with them. She's innocent, yet fiercely brave, hiding a heartbreaking secret that reveals the true cost of war on the innocent. And finally, Alfred, a young German soldier filled with delusions of grandeur, writes letters to a girl back home, slowly revealing the toxic mindset that war breeds, the arrogance, the denial, and the crumbling facade of Nazi idealism. Together, these characters travel through snow, fear, and chaos toward what they believe will be safety aboard the Wilhelm Gustloff. But as the story builds, the true horror of war becomes clear, not only in the battles fought, but in the countless lives erased without a trace. Ruta Sepetys does something extraordinary here. She doesn't just tell a war story, she humanizes history. Through shifting voices and vivid emotional prose, she shows how fate intertwines the lives of strangers, how kindness can still exist amidst destruction, and how even in tragedy, there's beauty in sacrifice. When the Wilhelm Gustloff finally sets sail, readers know, as the characters don't, that it's heading toward one of the greatest maritime disasters ever recorded, killing over 9,000 people, most of them civilians and children. The moment of impact is both devastating and breathtakingly written, the kind of scene that stays with you long after the last page. At its heart, Salt to the Sea is about survival, guilt, love, and redemption. It asks, who do we become when everything is taken from us? And more importantly, what does it mean to be human in times of unimaginable suffering? Every chapter, every perspective feels like a heartbeat, quick, sharp, and full of emotion. The audiobook brings this to life beautifully, with multiple narrators giving depth to each character's pain and courage. Listening feels like walking beside them through snow, silence, and finally the roar of the sea. If you're looking for a story that moves your heart, teaches you forgotten history, and reminds you of the unbreakable will to survive, Salt to the Sea is a must-listen. Ruta Sepetys captures not just the tragedy of war, but the quiet heroism of ordinary people caught in its path. So grab your headphones and let this powerful audiobook take you on an unforgettable journey across frozen lands and stormy seas. You'll come away changed, and maybe, like Joana, Florian, and Emilia, a little more grateful for the light that survives the darkest nights.